Warning, this video may contain content that may not be suitable for children or anyone else that is easily offended. Strong language, graphic content, nudity, bad jokes, and a possible idiot, aka myself, may be featured in the following clip. Viewer discretion is advised. Channel is not responsible for any damages that you receive watching this video.
What's up, y'all? It's Zems, and welcome back to another video. 6 months of serving footage called a police dashcam. Yo, this video is by Chillin' Scared, so if you guys haven't already, be sure you shoot the description box. Call the link watch the video in entirety, because I'm going to be pausing and stopping and talking through the whole thing. If you guys haven't already, be sure you swoop down the description box and go check out that giveaway, because you can win $60 towards Pokemon Legends of Arceus, Legends, whatever you want to call it, or you can put that $60 to whatever you into. You guys are freaky like that. Yo, man, thank you guys so much for being patient, man. I've been trying my best to try to upload stuff. Your boy's been going out, having fun, taking a little break from things before school starts again. What I'd like you guys to do, I want you guys to all swoop down and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, support your boy. Let's get it. Oh yeah, I forgot one other talent that I have. It's not really a talent, but I can sound like a police siren. See? You couldn't even tell the difference, could you? I'm so chocolate, I think I've been staying in the sun too long. But am I going to melt?
In August of 2012, the dashcam of this police cruiser would capture an officer with the Louisville Metro Police Department pulling over a Honda Accord that had expired plates. Three were inside the vehicle, and upon talking to them, the officer conducting the traffic stop would quickly pick up on the nervous and anxious behavior they were giving off. A few seconds later, and the officer would hear the sound of kicking and yelling coming from inside the trunk of the vehicle. This is when the officer would call for backup and have to forcefully detain the three suspects. All the officers on scene would then cautiously open the trunk. They would find a man with a towel tied around his head and his hands tied around his back.
Whew. Lucky. I'll tell you one thing, it wasn't 50 Shades of Trump. They wasn't gonna do no freak nasty. They was about to kill this dude, bruh. I'm surprised they didn't drive off. Most people wouldn't have stopped even though they got somebody in the back like that, bruh. And that just goes to show you, man, if police didn't do their job, bruh, he could have got killed. Like, what if he was like, oh, you know what? I've done 8 traffic stops already. I don't feel like putting this over for expired tags. I'm just gonna go and, take a break. This person could have potentially been killed, bruh. That just lets you know, like, it's important for police officers to do their job. I know people going around like, oh, police, that, but there's bad everything. There's bad teachers, there's bad doctors, there's bad dentists, but I mean, there's always going to be somebody bad in the profession, so you can't just single out every single one and say they're all bad, because that's not true. Do not let social media trick you into thinking that all police officers are bad, because they're not.
Inside the trunk turned out to be the owner of the vehicle. He had been working the closing shift at a Circle K gas station 7 miles down the road. Once he closed up the store and started walking to his car, he would be attacked. The three suspects would then steal the man's car, but rather than leave him behind, they would tie him up and stuff him in the trunk of his own car before fleeing with it. Following the incident, the three responsible would be arrested. They were later identified as 27-year-old Trent Bly, 27-year-old Joseph Davis, and 28-year-old Brittany Elder. What they had planned to do with the victim is still unknown.
That's
Had the
crazy.
plates on the car not been expired, the traffic stop likely would not have even happened, and the victim would have been at the complete mercy of these people and their intentions. Other than being roughed up and moderately dehydrated from the heat of the trunk, the victim would make it out unharmed.
Dang, you gotta keep that thing on you. I be telling y'all, bro, you can be walking out the light, freeze!
On December 19th, 2017,
I forgot what I was watching. And it's kind of like anybody can buy an authentic ass uniform off the internet if you pay the money for it. And you can legit go around. They sell like old police cruisers and stuff at auctions, and people put sirens on them. And there's no real crimes against that in some states. So it's just like people can really go around impersonating people. Even somebody like, I want to see your back.
he would receive charges of impersonating a law enforcement officer and kidnapping.
Number 3.
This dashcam footage shows the response to a 911 call reporting a burning truck. The call was made in the late hours of February 11, 2017 in Glen Heights, Texas. It was reported that a truck engulfed in flames was stopped in the drive-thru lane of a Jack in the Box, dangerously close to...
It's crazy, bro.
Richard Lee McNair was a man born in 1958.
Oh, I know this one.
When he was just 28, he was given 2 life sentences for murder and attempted murder during a burglary gone wrong. However, McNair is more well known for his escapes during his time in prison. McNair successfully escaped law enforcement a total of 3 different times. His first escape didn't last that long, only able to stay on the outside for a matter of minutes. the second escape was a little different. 9 months out of prison as a fugitive on the run. Then, on April 5, 2006, McNair would make his third and final attempt at escaping. It was successful, but seemingly not for long. As he was running on the side of the road, a police officer would notice him, and because police were informed of an escapee at the time, the officer would stop him.
Yo, this video was so funny to me because this officer was just like gullible. Like, he didn't ask for no ID. Like, he don't got nothing. I'm just like, bruh. It's just so many red flags was there, and this dude just kept sitting there having a conversation with him, and they're having like a good old time, bruh. It's funny, watch.
Temple.
That's why it's important
You live around here, bud?
to know who you're looking for.
Where you live at?
Down the road by Pineville.
Pineville?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have any form of identification on you?
No, man.
All right.
That's one. Who leaves the house and doing ID?
What it is, we got an escapee.
Oh. Where from?
Prison.
Prison?
Yeah.
There's a prison here?
The whole event was caught on the police officer's dash cam, and it shows as McNair desperately fabricates information in an attempt to convince the officer he's not the escaped prisoner.
What's your address?
I don't have an address. I'm at the hotel. We're working on houses and stuff like that. Roofing.
Roofing?
Yep.
Okay.
For my brother.
Ask for a name. Like, just give me a name that I can search up. You get what I'm saying? If you don't got no ID on you, just give me your name and I can type it up on a laptop. Not at once did he think about that, bro. We have escaped convict, you know, around here. And, you know, I don't got no ID on me.
All right. Where you staying at?
That Titusville or Titus Inn? Titus Inn. Little over.
Where's that at?
I don't even know the address. We just got into town about a week ago, and he dropped me off to jog. I always jog about 12 miles a day.
Where'd he drop you off at?
Up there on that road by, there's some construction going on up there, some houses. And he dropped me off.
Who y'all work for?
It's his
Look how he's
I know
moving
what's the name of the
around.
company.
He's fidgeting and
Okay.
shit.
Did you go through a briar patch or something?
Well, yeah, roofing. I always roof in shorts, cut my scratching up on.
That's why your knees are all cut up.
McNair's ability to quickly come up with fake information proves extremely helpful in convincing the officer he had nothing to do with the escape. However, he would make a couple mistakes.
He
At the
did.
beginning
Watch.
of their conversation, the officer asks for McNair's name. He does this once again near the end of their conversation.
What's your name?
Robert Jones.
Robert Jones?
Uh-huh.
What's your name again?
Jimmy Jones.
McNair gives two different fake names. The officer doesn't catch this, and in the end, actually lets McNair go thinking he's just a jogger.
Bruh. He might as well have said Mike Jones next, bro. He heard Jones. He said Robert Jones, Jimmy Jones. This lets you know, bro. That's why I tell you guys, you have to pay attention, bro. This cop is like not paying attention at all. He said Robert Jones and then said Jimmy Jones. And then he said, oh, you know, I was just over there. We just got here a couple weeks ago. You know, I just got into roofing. And then he said, oh yeah, I scraped my legs and stuff from roofing. You know, we was doing. I'm like, bro. But they should send out a picture or something like that. This dude just walking around. You should know what his face looks like at least.
When I crossed the tracks down there, I saw you running. I said, well, how lucky can I be?
No. I'm not no prison escapee. I'm sorry to have to hold you up, but
Hey, no, I'm just doing my job,
I know
man.
you are.
But, yeah, just be careful. You'll probably get stopped again, okay? Don't be alarmed by it.
All right.
That's our quick line
You
there.
have a good day now.
Be careful, buddy.
Thank you.
All right.
This crucial mistake would allow Richard McNair to remain free for a full year and a half after this encounter. Once he was finally discovered again by law enforcement, he would be sent to a Supermax prison in Florence, Colorado, the most secure prison in all of the United States. Another attempt to escape was never made by Richard Lee McNair.
Yo, I bet they was making fun of him in an apartment for a long time, bro. And that's what happens when you don't pay attention to detail, bro. This dude
This
said,
police dashcam footage comes from a California Highway Patrol vehicle.
Jimmy Jones.
The two officers inside were responding to a reported structure fire.
He was like, I'm Dimmadome, owner of Dale's Dimmadome. He was like, oh, okay, well, have a good day, sir. I'll go find that escapee elsewhere. Boy, you old big dummy.
When a large mudslide is quickly, a vehicle is sent directly into it. All four wheels are quickly elevated off the ground, spinning the vehicle around,
Oh, that's-
and forcing it with the current of the mudslide.
Right now. It overtook our vehicle as we were heading north on Osno. We were able to barely escape and we're down by the freeway now. but it's there's a lot of debris and a lot of flow coming down. It should be on the near the freeway.
That's crazy, bro. I have never seen no stuff like that.
Hours of July 27th make it out of the incident with only minor injuries.
I never understood why people drink and drive. Like, how hard is it to just get an Uber? Like, how hard is it to ask somebody to pick you up? How hard is it for you to get a bus pass, bro? If you don't have a way to get to where you're trying to go, then you don't need to be going, bro. Just drink at home, watch Netflix at home. What's wrong with drinking at home? People can't stay at home and drink, bro. They gotta drink and then I'm gonna go get in the car and drive. Like, why? I don't get it. I'll never understand that. Like, it's just, it feels wrong just to be like, damn, even if I had a beer and I get behind the wheel, I'm just like, oh no, I shouldn't have. Like, I shouldn't even be driving. Like, I can't do it. Let me know down in the comment section what you thought of this video. I thought this video was pretty cool. It kind of just gives you like an inside look and kind of a mixture of different things that police officers go through on a daily basis, whether it's identifying people, whether it's saving people, whether it's coming to like near-death experiences. Like, they do it all, bro. And I think a lot of times police officers don't get a lot of credit, especially these days, not as much as they used to, because there's dash cam footage and, you know, society always have an opinion. And like I said, it's good cops, it's bad cops, and there's bad people every time. There's good YouTubers, bad YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't cancel everybody, you can't cancel everything. So it's like, work with what we have and just try to make things better for the future. But yeah, man, this video is by Chillin' Scarce. So if you guys haven't already, be sure you shoot down the description box, comment on the link, watch the video in entirety, because I was pausing and stopping and talking through the whole thing. If you guys are new to the Reprisalzems, and welcome to the Crow's Nest. Don't forget to swoop down that description box and hit that link for your chance to win $60, or, you know, use that for Pokemon, or you can use that for something else. Get your nails done, hails done, everything did. You got 3 more days left. You have 3 days left, and then the raffle starts. Like I told you guys before, if I call out your name, I'm gonna wait like a day, and if I don't hear from you, I'm just gonna call out the next person's name, and so on until somebody claims it. I'm pretty gonna be sending it probably through Snapchat or PayPal, whatever you prefer, one of those two. But yeah, I don't have Venmo or Zelle or anything like that. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.